Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Lumley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for August 10th to the 24th. We're going to first take a look at Tropical Storm Debby. Here it is. His circulation still has a pretty good circulation. And when you see the satellite clouds here, there's still some scattered convection here. But most of the strongest ones of heavy rain remain on the east and the southern side. Okay, we're going to get the latest hurricane with the latest advisory from the Hurricane Center. And it's located at 32.4 north. This is at 2 p.m. 79.1 west. Maximum sustained winds are 60 miles an hour. And movement is very slow at 3 miles an hour to the northeast. Okay, now we're going to take a look here. We're going to take a look at the projected path of where Debby's forecast to go. Now you notice here, it's still to the west of the major U.S. cities, East Coast cities, but the spread looks a lot better than it has in the last couple of days. Remember, it was this big balloon thing covering the air, but now it's coming pretty good together, but don't focus on this cone alone because it can go to either side of this cone here. So with this going to the west, it looks like the heaviest rainfall amounts will be to the west of the major U.S. cities. We're going to look at the rainfall amounts, the forecast rainfall amounts. Get those here. This is for day 1, okay? So looks like the heaviest rain here will be across this region here. This is doesn't say what it's valid for. Okay, the greatest heaviest rain will be here across the Carolinas. Report approaching the orange. It looks like maybe 5 to 6 inches. This is day 1. Then we go to day 2. Okay, and now it looks like the heaviest rain is in the heaviest rain, like 5-6 inches, will be again to the west across Pennsylvania, from Virginia up into Pennsylvania. That'll be the heaviest rain. And then by day 3, the heaviest rain now is across New England. Still be some rain here across this region. Still some rain here, like we can see, but it's a lot less. It's day 1, like maybe half an inch to an inch with that. Okay, maybe not even, because I think there's blue. Okay, there's some blues back here. The greens, the darker greens, quarter inch, a half inch, then 3/4 inch is more towards Pennsylvania. All right, so that is good news there. We're going to look at what the observed rainfall so far. And this is in the last 12 hours. And let me see. Okay, the last 12 hours, about 1.5 inches of rain, approaching 2 inches maybe across parts of the Carolinas and Florida. And then we go to the last 24 hours, and now we see where the heaviest rainfall is across here. We see we have the darker reds at 3, 4, 5 inches of rain, and it's causing extensive flooding here across this region. All right. All right, now we're going to get to the forecast. This is for August 10th to the 24th. And for the 10th to the 24th, 10th to the 14th, I'm sorry. This is what we're forecasting here. And we have a strong ridge forecast in the west and trough across the northeast. Here's our ridge. Some of the models like this is the European, has it 594 DM here across the southern plains. So this will be the main story after Debby leaves. It'll be the extreme heat across parts of the west and the southern plains. Okay, Also, the ridge here will cause a monsoonal flow. We'll go to the surface. And we can see the monsoonal flow here going across this region. And we're going to take a look at what Debby's supposed to do. And we'll back it up a little bit. Here's Debby down here. And we go to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Still down there across South Carolina. Then we go to 8 a.m. on Friday. Now it's more inland where the heaviest rain. Remember I was showing you? Excuse me. From North Carolina towards Pennsylvania. And then we go to 8 p.m. on Friday. Look where the heaviest rain. Look where the heaviest rain is here across parts of Pennsylvania into New York State. Lesser amounts here across, east of the west of the major cities in the east. And then we look at the European similar track again to the west. And then that'll lift out by the time we get to the weekend on Saturday. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for August 15th to the 19th. And we have a trough here over the northwest and over the west. And here's our 594 DM ridge here across Texas and southern plains and the Gulf Coast states. Miles in good agreement with this. So for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here. And for this region, I'm calling for anomalies to be about 2 to 4 degrees below normal, above normal temperatures here. With the anomalies, could be greater than 8 degrees above normal, mainly across Texas. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence 35 to 40%. Below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is 35%. We're going to look at the period now for August 20th to 24th. And we still have a trough configuration ridge in between across the west central states. So that seems to be a pretty good bet on the pattern. Some models are deeper with the trough than others, but generally trough ridge, trough configuration. So for this forecast period, calling for above normal temperatures here. And I'm calling for anomalies being near 8 degrees above normal, mainly across where the orange is. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence 35%. Above normal precipitation for this region. Probability of occurrence is near 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for August 10th to 24th. Thanks for coming to Jim Unley's World of Weather, and have a good day.